Happy New Year, everybody. This is my first proper video of a new YouTube channel. Been asked to do quite a few times. People have asked me to do videos and just to sort of tutorial how to do certain things. Just because over the last few years I've learned quite a lot over barbecuing. It's now become a thing that I do daily. And I cook pretty much most of our meals on the barbecue or smoker or flat plate. It's just to sort of give people an insight that just because we live in the UK and the weather's rubbish 90% of the time doesn't mean that we can't cook outside and we can't use barbecues and cook nice meals. So, first video is something that I've only done a couple of times actually, which is the tri-tip. It's basically a steak cut which comes from the bottom of the sirloin. So it's a really nice bit of meat. Not quite as good as a fillet, but it is a good cut. Obviously with steak we want minimal amount of fat, but we still want to keep some of it just to add to the flavour, and then the cooking and everything, when it renders it down, it's nice and soft. So I'm going to trim this up. I'm not going to show you all watching me trim it up for the next half an hour, but I'm going to trim it up and then I'll come back to you when we get to the rub, and then we'll get the fire lit. So we've got it trimmed up, keep a little bit of that fat on there. The main thing is to get rid of that tough fat that you tend to find on briskets and stuff, but it's a steak, we're not cooking it as high temperature as what brisket, so it's going to be sort of a medium rare. So the last thing we want to do is keep that tough fat on there. It's not going to render down because we're not obviously going to be running it to that temperature. So I'm going to go for a nice rub now. Like I said, the main thing is leaving that little bit of fat on there because fat is flavour, so we want to be doing that. So we're going to put some rub on. Now, most people salt, pepper, garlic, or just salt and pepper. I always like to jazz my steaks up a bit. Angus and oink do some amazing rubs. Probably one of my favourite places to get rubs from. I'm using the Texas steak. Never tried this one before, so I'm going to give it a go. We'll let you know what it's like. So we'll get some rub on it. As you can see, be really generous with your rubs. But barbecuing is about doing it however you want it. It's not about what everyone else does. I'm always really generous with my rubs because I like it like that. I'm not going with a binder on this, so normally I would put like a mustard binder, mayo binder, something like that. I'm not going to go over binder because steaks tend to be quite moist anyway, so it'll stick. So make sure you get all the edges covered up with that. And then again, on the bottom, if you're not very good at sort of getting your fat and everything trimmed up, your butchers tend to do it for you if you ask them. My butchers tend to, but for some reason this time they didn't, so I've done it myself, which I don't mind. So we're all ready to go. I'm going to go get the smoker fired up. We'll show you a little quick video about setting the smoker up, setting its temperature and stuff. And we'll get this bad boy in. So we're going to be using the masterbuilt charcoal smoker, the 40 inch. This is my favourite bit of kit. So we've just got that wired in, we've got it powered on. Masterbuilt smokers are absolutely brilliant. The only thing I would say is the temperature probes are a little bit temperamental, they never give you a proper reading. I always use the Inkbird, which is that one. That's as accurate as they come, and it's a 4 probe one as well. So I'll use that one instead for this, like I normally do. So we're going to get the fire lit. I've got a bit of hickory wood in there. It's only a couple hours smoke this, it doesn't take much longer than 2 hours to get it to temperature. We're going to be running it up to sort of a medium rare temps. We'll go, I'll give you some more information about the temperatures shortly, but I'll also put them on the comments as well. So we're going to light this up. And we've got lumpwood charcoal as well. It's going to take about 15-20 minutes for this to get properly alight, and then we'll come back and we'll get it popped in and get the smoke up to temperature. So we've got the smoke up to temp, we've got the probing from the Inkbird, all ready to go. We've got a nice dip tray there just to try and keep your smoker clean on the inside. I know this isn't a great example on the outside, but it does get used all the time, and I do clean it every couple of months thoroughly to make sure everything's all nice and shiny. So we'll get that in, we'll close that, and I'll just let you know the temperatures. So The smoker itself is set to around about 120 degrees. That's going to give us a smoking time for a couple of hours, so hopefully we'll be done in a couple of hours. We're looking at an internal temperature on the meat of about 51 degrees. So medium rare, it tends to be about 54, 55, 56 degrees. We want to pull it off the smoker 2 or 3 degrees below, so we can sear it off on the grill. So we'll come back to you in a bit. We'll check on it in about an hour. We'll do a little video so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll go from there. So we're about an hour into the cook. I've just popped a few blobs of butter on that steak. Just keeps it a little bit moist, adds a bit more fat to it, keeps it nice and tender inside as well. Chuck some jacket potatoes in at the bottom there as well, so we're going to have them with jacket potatoes and salad. So we'll keep that going and check back on it when it hits temperature about 51 degrees. We're about 39 at the minute, so I reckon another 45 minutes and we should be good to go and slap it on the grill. Okay, so we're back about an hour and 40 minutes in and it's hit temperature. We're at 51 degrees, so we're going to take it out. I'm going to whip the probe out and we're going to slap it on the grill. So I've got the Boss gas grill, high heat, running at about 380 degrees at the minute. I'm going to get the steak, I'm going to slap it on there on a high sear, about 2 minutes on each side, and then we're going to hike the temperature up on this just to finish the potatoes off. So high sear on this. As you can see, it's looking beautiful. Because it is smoked, you still get this nice red colour on your steaks as well, which is really, really nice. Probably get a little bit of a smoke ring on this as well. But if you don't know what searing is, which I'm pretty sure you probably all do, it's just to lock in all them juices. So this way is a reverse sear, so we slowly cook it, get it up to temperature, and then we sear it off on the grill afterwards. So I'm going to finish this sear off and then we'll take them inside and we'll put a little bit of butter on top, bit of melted butter. We'll just spread that over the top. That'll keep it nice and moist while it's resting. About 10 to 15 minutes rest, then we'll come back when we slice it up. So it's been rested now for about 10 to 15 minutes, so we'll give it a slice up and see what we're looking like. Nice crusty skin, that's what we like. And slice it into nice steak, perfect steak sizes. So around about 4 to 6 ounce. So just to give you an idea. There you go, nice and juicy, fall apart as you can see. So that's it. Going to enjoy that for tea. Can have a nice jacket potato and some salad. I'll put all the methods in the description. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Cheers.